This is our third part of a series, which is called a month of giving back. It's kind of spawned from Giving Tuesday, the first Tuesday in December, and we kind of just wanted to make it bigger than that. And it's been a lot of fun. So like I said, this is the third segment doing it. And I don't know, for me, I've just really enjoyed kind of being able to have these extra conversations and connections with people, and hopefully spread the word of some really awesome organizations in the process. I also wanted to announce, kind of while we had everyone's attention here, some other big news in the month. Kind of like I said, a month of RRT trying to do a little extra to give back. Over 2 weekends during this month, we hosted the Adventure Crew. We called it our Snow Globe Fashion Show, and we're able to raise just over $1,000 for the crew from sales over those days. So thanks everybody for your support there. And then in some bigger news, we were able to finalize a partnership grant with Patagonia, and that was to reward the Little Miami Conservancy $20,000. So a huge thank you to Patagonia for their commitment to our local community. If this is your first time on the RRT page, my name is Bryan Wolf. I am part owner at Roads, Rivers, and Trails. If you go to our website, roadsriversandtrails.com, you'll find a page dedicated to our community partners. If you don't already have an organization that you are passionate about or give to, or maybe you're doing well and want to give a little bit more this year, visit our community partners page and check out some of the great not-for-profit organizations that make our community better in those ways. Maybe a little extra love this year, consider it a Christmas gift or a dividend from a stimulus check that you may or may not need, and pass that forward. So, but we'll move on to today's segment. We are here to share the great mission of Collective Visions. We've talked a lot this year about making the outdoors a more inclusive place for everyone. And there's a segment of people that can't be overlooked here. So Collective Visions works with developmentally disabled people in the community in programming that helps them grow both personally and professionally. So when Niel stopped by RT about 2 years ago, we wanted to jump right in and be that partner that brought some outdoor opportunities to the group. So joining me today, we have Niel. We also have Kelly from Collective Visions. Thank you again for joining me.
You're welcome, Brian.
So Niel, you basically manage the whole group, and I think you were talking to another business on the street, maybe, or just getting a coffee next door when you stopped in, and we kind of just kicked it off. A little happenstance there, yeah. And then just for us, just what you guys do. What I love about the mission with Collective Visions is that it's all interactive. You are out in the community, learning, participating, volunteering. Well, I'll let you sum it up, I guess. Whatever you want to say about Collective Visions and how you got involved, I guess.
Yeah. Thanks again for Brian for having us, myself and Kelly. Yeah, definitely. When we met, now it's been a couple years. I can't believe it already. But when we met, I did take another meeting, and after the meeting, I just happened to walk by RRT, and I myself personally love the outdoors and hiking and adventure and all that. And luckily, I just happened to walk in, and we met and started talking. And now 2 years later, I can't be more appreciative of our relationship, Brian. So thank you for not only being supportive of the program, but just helping us along the way in regards to, again, like you said, providing that adventure for a program like ourselves. As far as Collective Visions community program is concerned, we've been around for since about 2016, 5-year anniversary coming up next year, and it's really a sight to see. And I'm very much appreciative of the experiences that we have, and Kelly can hit on this later on. But the experiences that we have, and like you said, we are an organization. We provide community-based services to help people with disabilities build strong relationships, and not only those relationships, Brian, but those such as yourself, natural supports in the community. And we are so much out in the community, Brian. We do not have a facility. So we are 100% embedded in the community, in the greater Cincinnati community, helping others out, doing community projects, also a lot of volunteerism, and then aside from that, we also go out, have a good time, rec and leisure. We do some educational opportunities. We have some partnerships with some universities around the area as well. But it's a lot of fun, and Kelly can attest to this. But you know, we just try to go out and it may seem kind of cheesy, but we try to make a difference in the community. So and being that we don't have a facility, we do rely about 80% on all the organizations that we do partner with to be able to do what we do in the community. So yeah, that's kind of what we do.
Very cool. I could tell you're doing just great work, and you know, you could tell a lot of the impact just from the enthusiasm that everybody within the group has, and the passion for it. So hats off there. So I've got to flip the script. Kelly, if we could chat for a little bit. You actually interviewed me before I got the chance to interview you here today. So like I said, it's good to see you again. Kelly, you have your own show. You want to tell us about what you do?
Yes, I have a broadcast. It's called Kelly's Corner. It's through Collective Vision. And I go on a broadcast every 2 weeks. And I interview people from the community, people from organizations or, you know, whatever. I'm really proud of my broadcast. I want to do more. I don't know what I want to do, but I want to kind of do some different things with it if it's all right with Niel. But
and you guys are launching a new version of it, right? What's that called? A new series?
Coffee.
Yeah.
The Coffee Visions, Brian. We're doing a podcast come next year, and Kelly will still have her interview series and her talk show and everything, and but we are adding, like Kelly said, a Coffee Visions, and it'll be a podcast, and hopefully sometime by the end of January we'll have that up on our website, so you'll be able to listen to it. And but yeah, we're going to try to do something once a month. Again, like Kelly said, talk to the community, talk to members of the community, and people that we partner with, organizations throughout Greater Cincinnati. So hopefully it'll be a lot of fun too.
Yeah, and by the way, Kelly's really good at this. I mean, I sat down and I was in the hot seat. I mean, she was firing questions off and everything, and you know, you kind of felt like you were on one of like the late shows. You know, just kind of, I was famous in the chair sitting next to her for a little bit. So everyone needs to check that out. Like I said, they have their own YouTube channel, Collective Visions. So that's a lot of fun. Kelly, do you have a favorite interview that you've done?
I've liked all my interviews, actually.
It's a good answer. You don't want to play favorites, right?
The thing the way that the way that the broadcast happened was, you know, the whole thing started when my staff, Christine Parker, she knows Niel. They're like good friends. And we were in Walmart and we ran into Niel. And so me, Niel, and Christine started talking. And so then we started talking about his program. And I asked him about it, and he was telling me. And I was like, well, this is really cool. This sounds like it would be a fun thing to do. So a couple of days later, we have a meeting. And the next couple of days after that, I'm in the program, and I've been in the program ever since.
That's awesome. Niel has a way of running into people, it sounds like, right?
Sounds
Kelly,
like that.
Yeah. Kelly, we were able to do a few trips last year as well. And I can't tell you how much fun that was and how much I really enjoyed that. You know, going on a few different hikes with you guys. We went to the Cincinnati Nature Center. We went to Valley View. and we had a day at Witten Woods on paddle boats.
Oh, that was so fun.
It was a lot of fun. Do you have a favorite from those?
Well, actually, the story is I'm kind of afraid of water. So when I got on the boat, I was kind of freaking out. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I was kind of freaking out because I'm afraid of the water because I can't swim real good.
I thought you
But
did
I
great.
was, but I was like, you know what? You just need to do it. So all right, I'm gonna suck it up. I'm gonna do it. That's why I did the boats.
So you conquered a fear that day too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What I love about going on these outings is that you guys are all just truly best friends. Everyone is in great spirits regardless, even if, I think on one of the hikes, the mosquitoes were just coming at us, and, everyone just was having a good time anyway. So I really do look forward to the next time that we could go out together and put something together there. So
Brian, we're actually just not friends, we're family too.
I
Like
love
when
it.
you're with somebody like as many hours as we are, we have a really strong love for each other, and it's just grown to like a special, not only friendship, but a family between Collective Vision and the people that go there for the program.
Kelly, I think that's so awesome. That's awesome. We were able to join in on one Zoom call, since the outings have kind of been on hold, right? And I don't know, Kelly, if you remember the Zoom call, we checked in on a lot of real-time live cameras across the country, and checking out some different animals. And I think the one we kept going back to, I think, was the bald eagle's nest, right?
Yeah.
we had these are awesome, by the way. If you guys haven't seen these, there's a few different websites. Maybe we could post them in a comment later on. I'll look it up, but there's a number of sites where you could just sit at home and you could pull up these cameras, whether it's from a lot of it's wild. A lot of it might just be a national park camera. Some of them might be animals in captivity, but for the most part, I think we were looking at wild cameras, and one was perched up on this tree looking at an eagle's nest. And it seemed as if there might have been a feud, right, between the relationship between the two eagles on top of the tree. One of them
Yeah,
got
there
kicked out of the
was.
nest.
Brian, I have a question. Isn't the eagle our state bird?
Not for Ohio, is the cardinal, right?
Oh, it is?
I believe so, yeah.
I just love the eagle. I think they're just the most beautiful bird.
Like a national symbol, though, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant, a national symbol.
And Brian, we appreciate you showing us the links and the ways to get to view that kind of stuff, because we've been back a couple times to a couple of those websites and
Oh,
kind
really?
of viewed some
Good.
stuff. Yeah. When we had some spare time, we've done that. And I can remember, and I don't know if Kelly was on, but we've done we looked at the pandas before, and
I was
a
on
few
there.
other I think the manatees were on there too.
Oh,
We
I
did the
love them
manatees and
too.
the pandas. Yeah, it was really neat.
Very cool.
I've been
Yeah.
doing that while I've been at my mom's, been watching them. Actually, I watched some bears today.
Oh, was it the bears in Alaska?
Yeah, I think
There's
so.
there's a camera in Katmai at Brooks Falls, and there could be a whole lot of bears. I think we counted them. I forget how many we counted, maybe a dozen of them even, all on the same camera feed fishing. So it's very cool to check out. That was a lot of fun, and it really it's a nice escape, since none of us are moving around as much or getting out as much. It's kind of a nice look, from home.
It kind of makes you feel like you're there when you're not.
Right. Right. Now we've had our own animal encounters, maybe not quite as big as grizzly bears. or even bald eagles, but we've had some good finds. Kelly, we were talking earlier about our hike at Valley View. You found a special friend,
Mr. Frog.
Mr. Frog. He was
You want me to
this.
tell you the story on that?
Yeah, please do.
Um, Me and the group were with Bryan, and we were walking this trail. And I looked down, and there was a frog. So I picked him up, and he was like in my right hand. And I was sure he's going to jump. So I'm sitting there talking to it, and it just stood there right on my hand, did not move, was just looking at me while I was talking to him. Did not move the whole time I had him on the hand. Only time he moved was when I laid him down to get off.
I remember he was the smallest guy. He did. He didn't mind hanging out with you. I think he made faster time you were walking with him than him hopping along the forest floor. So he was pretty happy.
Yeah. That was fun.
So kind
I
of,
was hoping we could have seen some turtles.
oh, didn't we see turtles in the pond? Maybe not. Sometimes you can see turtles in the pond there. We saw turtles in the nature center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there is another story, Bryan. I have this turtle. She's at the nature center, and her name is Grandma.
Does she just have a lot of little turtles following her around?
No, she's a really, really, really old turtle.
Oh wow. Is that in the visitor center, Kelly, or is that
Yeah, it is.
okay? Because they have a lot of turtles out by one of their ponds as well.
Me and her are like best friends.
That's awesome. We were just there. They're having a nice light show at the nature center. We were in the visitor center, and there's a snake that was trying to slither up out of his cage. You can make some friends there.
Yeah. Oh, Bryan, guess what I've seen? I've started losing. I've been taking a lot of walks
Mm-hmm.
to get healthier. Guess
Awesome.
what I saw one day?
What's that?
A deer right in front of me.
Was it on the street, or were you guys near some woods?
We were walking the trail at Witten Woods.
Ah, Witten Woods, yeah.
Not Witten Woods, the one on Coleraine. Um,
Mount Airy?
Mount Airy, yes.
Yeah, we were just there. Oh, very cool. Oh, I bet you there's a lot of deer there.
And I've seen hawks flying around too in the sky.
Yeah, we were oh shoot, what day was that? I was just a day or two ago, and it was middle of the day, and we saw an owl just perched in a tree. And I never get to see those guys.
Where was that at, Bryan?
Cool. That was at Mount Airy.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, the trails were actually closed, so we were walking along some of the paved routes that were closed to driving traffic. And yeah, the guy was just kind of perched right there. He's a big guy too. It's great getting out, yeah.
I bet that was really neat.
Yeah, it was neat. I feel like every time you go out, you can kind of see something different or experience something different. So I'm very glad to hear that you're making it out more often. It sounds like you're doing good.
Oh, there was another occasion where this guy had a python
Where's this at?
Mount Airy
Oh,
Forest.
okay.
He had a pet python, and he let me touch it, and he put it on my neck.
Wow.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, why don't you remind me next time he's going to be there so I can steer clear.
You don't like snakes?
They're not my favorite.
I like pythons. I don't know why I like them. I just do.
It's a big one, right?
He's pretty big, yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah, not getting close. So if you could go, let's see, Kelly, we were talking about some other things you've done, outside of the things we've done together. Shoot, I'll ask both of you guys this. Where are you most looking forward to going? If you could go anywhere or have any trip right now, is there a place that you've been or maybe a place that you haven't been?
Mm, I like to go to Africa.
It'd be awesome. Yeah,
I want to be I want to go on a safari and look at all the animals up close.
wonder if we could find some cool webcams for some of those guys now. You can get a sneak peek.
That would be so cool to see elephants
I'll
and
see if
giraffes and tigers and hyenas and
Brian, do they have something in Ohio? Isn't it called the Wilds?
the wilds. Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't been, but I think that's fairly close. I don't think it's
couple
I
hours
don't think it's
maybe.
far. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
I've only
Um,
heard of it myself. I'm not too familiar with it, but
I think they have a little bit of all of that, and you kind of feel like you're on safari. That'd be something worth checking out. The wilds, yeah. Um, and maybe just an hour away even. But yeah, we can look at
Brian,
that. That'd be a fun field trip, right?
yeah,
yeah,
that would.
Brian, with the question, are you talking just within program and out of program, just in general, or
Oh, just shoot, go in general. Yeah, out of
just in
program
general?
too.
I've always wanted to go to Alaska. I've never been to Alaska. I've always wanted to go to Alaska. Um, but
My
other than that,
mom went to Alaska.
I can't think of anything firsthand right now.
Oh,
Have you been,
you'd love
Brian?
it. Yeah, I've been twice now. Yeah, you can stop your list there. It's great. It's you came up with a good one.
Oh man, yeah, I've always been excited to go. I just never been yet. So what parts did you go, Brian, when you went?
So the camera that we were looking at in Katmai at Brooks Falls, that's one of the trips we did. We went to a few different parks there. We would do backpacking or kayaking or a few
Okay.
different things. But Katmai and Kenai Peninsula for kayaking, and that was one trip. And we've also done backpacking trips in Lake Clark and Gates of the Arctic, which is that one's
Oh man,
way further up north compared to the other parks that we visited. So that was a separate trip though.
that sounds amazing. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Neil, you already kind of mentioned this, but you guys are looking at your 5-year anniversary coming up.
Yeah.
First of all, congratulations. I think that's awesome. With that and the program in mind, what are you guys most looking forward to, and what can people be on the lookout for?
Yeah, Brian, everything is for anybody interested. Feel free to. Oh, by the way, I got my RRT shirt on.
I did notice. Thank
Um,
you.
Feel free to. I'm just excited. We're just excited to be able to talk to you, Brian. I know the people in program, the other organizations we work with, and the staff at Collective Vision Community Program. We're all very excited for the upcoming year, away from the whole virus situation going on right now. So obviously none of us know what's going to happen, but with that being said, we hope that we can have an anniversary party and a community celebration the latter half of next year. So we're looking October, November. Hopefully we can have a celebration, and depending on obviously how this virus situation turns out, again, and who knows what it's going to look like a year from now. So you never know. Especially now, we didn't know before, but now with the virus, we really don't know. So,
Right.
so yeah. With that being said, it's exciting, and that we can get back in the community sometime next year, hopefully, and be able to do what we do out in the community, and not only help organizations, but be a part of the community as a whole with other people and other community members, and bringing people together. I know with our community celebration, you were there in 2019, Brian. We had about 170, 175 people there. Absolutely wonderful evening, a celebration, bringing the community members and the organizations we work with and the individuals in the program and families and everybody else together as a whole. And we had an award ceremony and gave away gifts and raffle prizes. And I know your RRT had given away a couple raffle prizes as well. But a wonderful evening, a wonderful event at the American Sign Museum. If anybody hasn't been, it's a wonderful place to go. And I think as far as next year is concerned, Brian, we have what's nice under this whole COVID situation right now. What's nice is that all of our community projects scheduled for this year have only been postponed for the future. Nothing's been canceled yet, which is absolutely fantastic. And we're able to still do what we can do in the community, and those projects that we had scheduled for this year. Luckily, like I said, nothing's been canceled. For example, with Tones Inc., which is a movement dance nonprofit organization. We have a couple of projects coming up with Nuts and Bolts, which is an organization in Covington that does metal restoration, and we're doing a couple art projects with them. So just projects like that, which everything is listed on the website. If you'd like to go, it's just collective-visions with an s.org, and you can check it out and check some other things out that we have going on too. Hopefully, once sometime next year, once we get back in the community. So,
Heck yeah, that's exciting. And
yeah.
I'll be there when the doors open to the party again.
Yeah.
When it's
Thank
when
you.
we're able to do that, I'll be there. Some kind of wrap up questions, Kelly. I really wanted to ask you.
Your picture ain't on there.
My picture stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope not. Uh-oh. I'm not the tech guy. Hopefully I come back.
You're fine.
Am I back on there?
Yeah, you're on.
Thanks for the heads up. I don't know what happened. I know you miss in-person outings, Kelly. And we talked about how special the program is and everything. What do you love most about Collective Visions?
What I love most about Collective Vision is everybody in the group. I have a lot of love for everybody in the group, Neil and Phil and Teresa. I have a lot of love for them, and I have a lot of love for the people that I'm around, and I'm just blessed that I have them in my life. And this has been really hard on me because I am kind of like a people person. So this has kind of been like, me having to back up like and say, oh, I can't do this. So I'm looking forward to things getting back to the way that they were, and no more virus, and just doing our thing, just doing our community projects and outings and volunteering and events and just all of it.
Well, I'm with you, Kelly, and I think we're all staying strong and getting through it and looking for that. I think the light's there. The light's at the end of the tunnel. I know one of the things we were talking earlier, you're probably looking most forward to the labeling the jars at the museum, right?
Yeah. No.
Maybe, no, not that one. But you guys do so much.
That would be a no.
Yeah, you guys have some great partners and do some great work, and it's and even with everything going on, what you guys have been able to do in getting together, even if it's virtual and making the most of it. So really appreciate you guys. Neil, how do we, if we're listening, how do we best give to Collective Visions, be it a donation, a partnership, or maybe somebody that wants to join the program?
Yeah, definitely, Brian. If I can hit on what you just said prior real fast, you and Kelly are right, man. It's just all about building those relationships and those natural supports and having those experiences and hopefully in the long run, building lifelong friendships. It's isn't that what a lot of people in this world want is relationships and having that camaraderie with other people. And obviously now, with COVID and everything, Kelly and I were talking the other day that, I think when we get back, it's going to be nice because I hopefully a lot of people are going to just appreciate it that much more because of what we're currently going through. So, and like you said, Bryan, having that opportunity right now for uh, to be virtual and to still be connected in some way, it means a lot. So as far as the future and next year and moving forward, anybody that's interested in a program that is in the community and wants to volunteer with us, or if you're an individual or organization, we'd love to talk. You can get all the information at our website, collective-visions with an s.org. And then if you are a college student anywhere and you're looking for credit hours or any type of volunteer opportunities, you're more than welcome to reach out to us as well. All the information, Bryan, is on the website if they want to reach out. Yeah, we can kind of go from there.
Awesome. Thank you, Niel. And everyone, thanks again for joining us. I think you guys all kind of nailed it already, but I think there's a lot of positives to take away from all this. It sounds like, some extra patience, some perseverance, some deeper bonds and deeper friendships. And so, chins up and looking forward to getting together again with you guys for sure.
Yeah, Bryan, and I can't say enough. Thank you so much, man. And I appreciate not only yourself, but Roads, Rivers, and Trails, letting us have this relationship the last couple of years and being able to go on these adventures together. So it truly, I can't say this enough, it truly does mean a lot. So we appreciate you and appreciate the store. So very much so. So, I can't say enough. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Thank you.
Bryan.
Yeah, Kelly.
Yes, I would like to also thank you. I just want you to know that when I'm with you, I have a good time. But also when I'm in the woods with you, it's like I don't know, I just like relax a little more,
Oh,
like
that's awesome. I love it. I won't take credit though. I think that's the woods doing their work, just being out in nature.
yeah.
It's just being in a good group and being with friends and kind of getting some it's a different kind of vibe, right? Different experience. Just kind of taking a walk in the woods can do so much for your soul, right? So
Yeah. Well, thank you for our partnership with you.
oh,
I
you
hope we
got it.
have many I hope we have many more years together.
Thanks for having me along. I really appreciate it.
It does mean a lot, Bryan. It's I'm curious because of COVID and everything. I have one question for you, if I can.
Sure.
I know prior to COVID, you guys did talks on the Appalachian Trail.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys? Are you guys doing anything new coming up?
So we actually have one. I feel like we talked about this, and you're setting me up perfect. I swear we didn't even talk about this. So I've been doing some virtual talks. We teamed up with the Sierra Club, and we've been hosting a number of Zoom presentations. So you can find those, of course, on our website or the Sierra Club event page and things like that. But we're actually going to go live with it on Facebook. For the next one that I am presenting as well. So that's going to be, I'm going to mess up the date. Might want to check the Facebook page. It's going to be like the third week in January. I'm doing an Appalachian Trail presentation. So again, it'll be with the Sierra Club. It'll be posted online, but we'll also do it live on Facebook.
Oh, that's amazing.
I wanted to say the 15th, but
That's really cool.
double check me on that. That'll be fun. Anybody that wants to watch, again, you could register on Zoom or you could just come to our Facebook. And so it's been different. That's hence these video calls and everything. Community interaction is such a big part of what we really consider our general purpose there at RT. So it's been kind of tough not having people in store or not going on the hikes with people as much. So virtual will do for now. We'll make do and look forward to the real thing later. But yeah, absolutely.
Me
yes, indeed.
too.
Right.
Looking
Sounds
forward to
amazing,
walking
Brian. Thank you.
walking on parks, doing the trails with you.
Well, there'll be a lot more. We've a lot that we haven't seen yet, Cal. So look forward to some trail days ahead. So
Maybe I'll catch just another frog
that's right. Or turtle.
or
We'll
turtle.
see. All right. Thanks, everybody. Again, check us out, roadsriversandtrails.com, or better yet, come visit us for any of your outdoor needs, 118 Main Street in downtown Milford, Ohio. So until then, peace out, everybody.
Peace out.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, guys.